Welcome back to another Topic Talk. It's time to talk some topics, and today we're going to talk about money match culture, because I've seen that kind of popping around on the timeline. But before we get in that, I'm going to talk really quick about a game that is very near and dear to my heart, and that's Kirby's Air Ride, which you could probably already see is in the back. That's that star. But yeah, if you never watched the TK Breezy video, welcome. And if you have watched, thanks for coming back. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like, follow, subscribe here. Or if you want to come hang out live, come live to twitch.tv/TK Breezy. All right. First things first, we were just kind of rewatching. I just want to go through it real quick because it's really not that major of a talking point for my normal videos. But the Kirby's Air Ride Direct was out, and it looks fantastic. So big shouts to Sakurai yet again, bringing us back. There was a lot of cool stuff that I saw over here that I want to simply go over. We have Ultra Swords. We have Ultras or Specials now. You gotta add a special button. That's been super nice. There's more people to ride with. So now everybody is a rider instead of you being, if you played the earlier Kirby Air Rides, you knew that DDD was always on his little scooter and Meta Knight was just flying around, but now they can get on different things, and on top of that get different stats for being on them, obviously. So a lot of cool stuff being added to this. Some new stars are added. The Chariot type, it was not in the last game, but that's in this game now too, which kind of just looks like the Warp Star type, except it's on the ground. So I wonder what the mechanical differences of this one is. But it says pretty stable, so we'll see. Maybe the turning is a little harder or something like that. They showed us a bunch of people. Yeah, you can play as multiple people now. So you got Gui, Chef Kawasaki, and then they get different stats based on who they are and what they're riding. So that's been pretty cool. And then of course, the big thing that everyone probably wants to talk about when it comes to this game, but this is my main, by the way. Starman on the Wing Star, I know he's gonna go crazy. That's my main, bro. Anyway, for the big thing, so he gave us a race. He showed us a race. He did a one lap race. I don't want to show too much of it because Nintendo would be crazy about getting you out of here. But game looks fantastic. I feel like it looks polished. You know what I mean? But it doesn't look too polished. It still feels like a game that I could have potentially, this could have came out 5 years after Kirby's Air Ride 2, and I would be like, this is amazing. Kirby Air Ride really isn't about the graphics anyway. I mean, I think as long as everything looks like it's supposed to look, it's fine. It's definitely about the race more than anything, right? And of course, more than anything, it's about that city trial. So now city trials on a new island called Skya, which I feel like is going to be a smash stage at some point in time. It looks amazing. It's got zones and whatnot. And then this thing, he was flying up here earlier, then he was like, I don't want to show you that. So he flew away, right? But 16 players can play now. 16 players. I hope that's 16 players online as well too. That works out, but it's the same thing. You go around, get power-ups, grab items, take power-ups from other people and whatnot. You still start with the compact star. What else? They're still got zones, and they still have events, but now they have little races that you can participate in whilst doing this as well, that you can kind of opt in or opt out on. That's pretty cool. But yeah, as I said, you still got Dynablades back in the building. We love that. And then he was talking about there's 16 people. There was little events that can happen while you're fighting. These are some of the things that you play after if you never played City Trial. You basically ride around for 5 minutes, try to get as strong as possible, and then you come over here and you battle out in whatever ways they give it. Now, if you played Smash Run, it's kind of the same, but as Smash Run. But obviously, Smash Run took heavy emphasis from City Trial, and obviously it's a Sakurai thing. So I was expecting to see that anyway. What else they had? So yeah, he did a race. He went through. He did himself a little City Trial action himself here. Place looks absolutely gorgeous. Big fan of it. Still hitting the same stuff. Still looks like the old classic Air Ride or City Trial gameplay that we saw from before. And then he did the target flight because he was on the Wing Star. Makes sense. That's what you should pick. Knuckle Joe's in the game. Goat. That might be my second main. What else we had? Oh, this thing has been interesting. So if a stadium is popular and has more than 8 participants, you kind of split up. So it's 8 people per stadium, right? But if you get into a stadium by yourself, you just win. So you can just grab a victory royale just by picking an unpopular stage, which is kind of funny. And then you can do whatever after that, right? So he showed us all that wonderful presentation, gives us the date. I think it's like November 20th or something like that. And then we got this like little piece where we got whoever this is as a little teaser. Shit looking like Sephiroth. No, I don't know who this is, but I'm excited to see what that. This also like a Smash intro. If I'm being honest, I was like, wait a minute, like, are we riding across the Smash desert? These graphics look a little bit too good. Look a little too good. Okay. To be in Kirby's Air Ride, but it could just be cinematic. So we'll see. You know. 11/20. That's when it's coming out. So I hope to see y'all in the areas of city trials and or races, and hopefully they still have Top Ride too. I forgot he showed the menu in here somewhere, and I didn't look at the menu hard enough, but I bet money Top Ride's still in it too. Top Ride was pretty fun as well. All good. Either way, that was our first topic. Just want to talk about Kirby's Air Ride and how I'm excited for that. We'll be getting in on some Kirby's Air Ride in a couple months. 8, 9, 10, 11, 3 months. Second topic, and the one that I've been seeing a lot actually on the timeline lately has been money match culture, which is something that I would just start right now and tell you I actually hate money match culture. Like, so if you just wanted like how my thoughts on it, there you go. Thanks for watching the video, right? But let's talk about everything related to that, right? So first we had Greg. He said why I hate money matches in Smash Ultimate, right? And it was a video.
Just peer pressure.
Just peer pressure them, right? So
get this, right? At Smash tournaments, there'd be like hundreds and hundreds of niggas there, right? But there'll only be like 30 setups. And that's if the tournament is ridiculously big. So you would think, what is the worst thing that a person could do? Hog the setup for no reason. That's where the money matchers come in, bro. Money matchers, what they do is they'll sit at a setup and they'll be like, money matches, money matches, money matches. But nobody wants to play them, so nobody walks up. But the money matcher, instead of saying, nobody wants to play my bum ass, I should probably just sit down and play friendlies or go somewhere else. No, they hog the setup for the entire time until they find a money match, right? And then you walk up to them and you be like, yo, you trying to play? They're like, I'm gonna do money matches right now. Who are you playing with?
He was talking about a situation where like he wanted to go play some casuals, and the guy was like, oh, I'm only just waiting around for money matches. He was like, well, until you get some money matches, do you want to play? And they play for like 45 minutes, right? But the issue with money match culture is that normally people are just kind of like why am I not following him? My fault, gang. Holding those spaces where other people could just be playing friendlies, right? And usually the people that are holding these spaces for money matches are like sometimes top players or sometimes people who just want to play people to get better. So there's two reasons that I feel like I hear a lot about money matches that like I can kind of agree with if you're not being obnoxious about it, right? Top players running money matches is basically like a line, right? I used to do that as well. Like when I used to play a lot, I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna be sitting at setup 23, whoever want to play. Didn't ask for any money matches. I just wanted to play for like 3 hours. If you were in line and you wanted to play, let's play, right? And then the other reason is to put the stakes in the match to make you try harder, right? So like if you put $5 down on line versus a random, doesn't matter who it is, like you are supposedly be trying harder, right? I don't necessarily think that's true. I think some people just don't like losing. I'm one of those people that just don't like losing, so I don't need to put money down to try harder. I'm just gonna try anyway, right? So, but what he was talking about was like these people that are just hogging the setups and whatnot, and then like not getting up when they haven't had anyone to play. So you're just sitting there waiting for someone to be like, oh, let's money match. But like, what if everybody who walks by doesn't want a money match, right? And now you're just hogging a setup, not playing yourself, not letting other people play. That's obnoxious, right? So we got another tweet on top of that, coming from actually Bad Smash Takes, saying this video speaks to a bigger issue in Smash where a lot of people looking to improve absolutely refuse to fight players worse than them under any circumstances. The only way to convince people like this is to play worse players is for money, and that's like 70% of the people at majors. So yeah, now we're segregating tiers, Matt. That's crazy. Now we're segregating. That's definitely an issue, and I feel like once again coming from the FGC, I had my story back when I played Reynald, and we played like 10 games. It was like a first to 10. I lost all 10, and he didn't say anything. He wasn't like, you know, I got bodied on some games. I took a couple rounds some other games, but like he didn't say anything crazy. He wasn't like, wow, this guy's ass, or got up and left. He just played the damn game until Cloud 805 came over and he's like, oh, we're trying to get some games in. I was like, oh yeah, word, bro, like go ahead, get some games in, right? So I got up and let him play some games, but that doesn't happen in Smash. And I think that's like a really shit culture thing to push. Like, I think if you want a money match, sure, whatever, man, money matching is whatever. But if you don't have your money match ready to go, okay, or like a line of people ready to money match you, get the fuck out the way. You know what I mean? Like, you're just hogging the setup. And why are you hogging that setup? Like, I need you to move. You need to move out the way, bro. Find your own setup, or whatever. Find a setup when you've already found the person that you want to play, or that you've already designated time that y'all going to play. Y'all can peruse around the setups. Let somebody else play, right? Because I think you're forcing people to pay you to play is lame as fuck. And on the other side of things, people who are just willingly giving up money to play money matches with top players because they won't try unless it's money, I don't think that really matters. Because I feel like if I'm a top player and I play you in friendlies and I two-stock you without trying, you still have a lot of work to do, brother. Like, clearly you are not ready for this action. So what's me trying gonna do for you? You clearly can't even beat when I'm not trying. So if you put $5 on it and then I three-stock you, that does nothing for you. that does literally nothing for you. Like, you still lost to me. You just lost even harder. So like, I never understood the logic behind that. Like, oh, well, if I don't play them, they're not going to try. Nah, man, it doesn't matter if they're trying or not. If you're still getting hard bodied, then like, who cares if they're trying or not? You suck, right? You're like, you have a lot to work on outside of this player trying very hard. So in my opinion, there definitely needs to be something that is like frowned upon right here in the Smash community. We got to stop just letting top players sit down, or anybody really sit down with a sign that's like only doing best of 5 money matches for $5. Fuck no. If you don't have somebody who has already agreed to that, get the fuck out the way, bro. Get the fuck out the way. If me and my friend want to play and you're like the only setup not playing while everybody else is already playing, but you don't have anybody playing you, get up. You know what I mean? Get up. That's where I'm gonna be at right now. So if you agree with me, let me know. As I said, it's gonna be like one of the more shorter videos. I'm just saying, if you agree with me, go ahead and put it in the comments down below. But overall, I'm just not really a fan of money match culture, and I think people who are promoting that, like, there's ways to promote it in a way where you're not being obnoxious about it. As I said, if you're gonna money match and you already have the people ready, lined up, and you're gonna be playing, then cool. But if you're just sitting there hogging a setup for like 5-10 minutes, no one sat down with you, and other people are looking for setups but they can't get on the setup because you're money matching, you're an asshole. Move out the way. So that's the bottom line. Thanks for joining me to another kind of a shorter topic talk this time around. I'm sure we'll have more stuff to talk about, as I am going to Collision this weekend, which I will probably be pointing people out to be like, yo, I see you not playing nobody. How about you let somebody else play? You know what I mean? But we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a pretty fun weekend. We got Rivals over there. We got Ultimate over there, and we got Melee over there. Should be a pretty stacked Collision. I'll see you on the mic. I don't know what my schedule is yet, but I will see you on the mic eventually. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Leave a comment below, leave a like, follow, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.